Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 34 of the self-diagnosed greatest reselling podcast in the world. It's the Reseller Leftovers with Joe Philly Picker, Dan and the Man. I'm Jimmy. I forgot to put Old School Flips back up here, so I'm just Jimmy today, but Jimmy Old School Flips. What's going on, guys? We're finally back. All three of us finally here, we're all in attendance today. Yeah. Nobody with a no-show.
Yeah. Attendance.
Did you guys think I wasn't going to no-show?
Well, I mean, it crossed our minds.
40, 60?
40, what? Not showing up or 40 showing up?
For you.
Yeah, well, because I told you I was going to be here, and then it was, I was like, oh, I better get there a couple minutes early. And then it was like 11:58. We're going to record at noon. I was like, they probably think I just said I'd be here, and I'm not going to show up.
Yeah, well.
That's how I would go out, too.
That's how you're going out?
What's they call it? Catfished us. He catfished.
I'd be like, oh, no, I would do it. I'd be like, guys, I can only record at 6 o'clock in the morning. Can you make sure you're there?
We'd be like Happy Gilmore. The sprinklers would come on.
Yeah. Well, I did set you guys back a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're recording on different days.
Yeah, I went to go I did my shipping, and then after I was done with my shipping, I was gonna go put my legs up so they're not getting. They're gonna swell up during this whole time we're doing this podcast, but they already started swelling because I was doing my shipping, and because I sell clothes and shoes that I could just sit here in my chair and do my shipping without having to walk around.
Where do you go to put your legs up? Like, you got a recliner, you got like a stool, you lay in your bed and put a pillow on?
I usually just go lay in my bed, but I do have a recliner in my room too.
Oh, nice. In your room, dang.
Yeah.
That's what caused the hole in his wall that he nicknames. That he nicknames something.
I have a couch with an ottoman also. I can put my legs up. And I have one of those. I have a leg pillow too.
What do you got, the mattress suite?
It has like a divot, not a divot. It has like a angle. So it's flat with an angle, and then you can put your feet up. And then
he's got like the room.
My brother calls it my sex pillow, but it's not. It's not.
Is it like what it is? Not like one of those wedge things or something?
Yeah, like a wedge thing. It's like a wedge thing. I think I bought it on Amazon. See if I find the. It helps with circulation.
Dan has a sex pillow in his room.
Well, Dan and the sex pillow. That's like a band. Dan and the sex pillow.
Oh, that's a good name. Yeah. I think a good podcast name.
That'd be.
Yeah, good. me and Joe would be the
sex pillow.
I hope I bought it on Amazon so I can show. So I can show what I got.
Yeah,
just go get it. Go get this.
Yeah, put your affiliate link down there. See how many you sell.
Why did I buy this? I looked up. In my orders on Amazon, I looked up.
Did you just look up sex pillow on Google?
Buying this. No, I looked it up on Amazon for my, because I thought you can look back on your orders on Amazon as far back as you've ever bought anything, you know. So I typed in, I don't know why I bought this. I looked up pillow and it came up this Thing. I don't know why I bought this. I don't.
Vitamin C.
It says vitamin C. What? Facial serum. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. What's a serum? I bought it on 2019. Why would I buy that? I wonder. Oh, I don't think it was that. I used to buy stuff. I used to buy things, and I used to buy it on Amazon. I would go on BrickSeek, and then I would like buy deals on there. And then I would find deals, and they would show you deals, Walmart, Target, and stuff. But they had deals from Amazon, so I would buy stuff on Amazon all day, and then turn around and sell it on eBay. I don't know if this serum I might have.
Yeah, you buy some interesting stuff.
Can we see the rest of your list? Or
that's a whole episode, right?
Or Dan's secret Amazon list.
Do you shop? You get orders? There's people that get stuff in every day. Are you one of those people that get stuff in every single day, or how many times a week do you get
from Amazon?
Yeah,
I used to a lot more before I started reselling. Before I started doing reselling as my job, when I actually went to work, I didn't have like a ton. I mean, I used to get Amazon constantly, but now it's not as much. I do get it here and there, but it's always it's calculated. It's always stuff I need. Right, I need it.
Are you a Prime member?
Yes.
Yeah, we're Joe.
Well, you have to watch
football. Monsters.
I did. I wasn't going to, but when you want to watch a football game on Thursday night, so you need to be a Prime member.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I got to do it. And then like I really tried not to be, but when you want something, it's so okay. So this weekend my brother bought me a brand new TV for my bedroom.
Oh wow!
My brother bought me a 43-inch screen TV. For my room. I've been wanting a new TV since like last year, and like I just didn't want to spend the money until. Huh?
Keep going.
I know, isn't that nice?
That was awesome. I'm gonna tell my brother, hey.
I don't know what. He started a new job, like a month ago, and he used to work nights, and now he works at like 4:30 in the morning, and he's not like a morning person, and I'm a morning person, so like I don't set alarms anymore since I started reselling, but I'm usually up by like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but now he's got to get up around 3:30. Oh, wow. So I set an alarm to make sure I get up, to make sure he got up to go to work. I've been doing that for like over a month, and he got when he got paid, he bought me a brand new TV. Wow, I couldn't believe it.
Well, that was nice. Shout out to Dan's brother.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to go a little bit off topic because I want to check something, because I actually thought it was pretty humorous on Trash to Cash. They were checking to see if there was a delay between them talking. Did you guys hear that?
Oh yeah.
What if we've had a delay this whole time and we don't know it? And they thought it was bad content, but I was laughing my butt off when they were like, so like I'm gonna say 1, 2, and then right after I say 1, 2, Joe say 3. All right?
Okay.
1, 2. That's
3.
Did you do that on purpose?
Joe's 5 minutes behind.
No, I think he did that on purpose.
All right, no, do it again. I'll be serious this time. And then Dan has to say 4, right?
Yeah, that's how we do it. All right. 1, 2,
3,
4.
That's not bad. Joe has a little bit. Now, Dan, let's try again. Ready?
Wait, am I going now?
No, let's do the same order one more time.
Okay.
1, 2,
3,
4.
Joe's delay is longer than Dan's. Hold on, let me try. Dan,
you do it back way. I'll be 4 this time.
All right, yeah. Dan, you be 3. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2,
3,
4.
Whoa, no, Dan is way delayed with me. That's wild. We might have to address that.
How do we address it?
I don't know. We'll just leave it alone.
Yeah. So we just have to wait. It's just like, you got to process.
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
All right. 1, 2,
3,
4.
That's why I've always felt like I interrupt Dan all the time. It's because he's way delayed.
Yeah.
Like I show a huge delay between me and Dan.
Yeah, when I rewatch, I get so angry with you because you're always like interrupting me.
Anything else between you and Dan, or
that could be our biggest problem. All this
we hate each other because of a delay.
It's over this delay.
It could honestly. I'm like, why is he always talking over me?
Dan, you go 1, 2, and then I'll say 3. All right?
Okay. Wait, let me get a sip of water.
Put him on the spot, Fox.
Ready? 1, 2,
3.
Seriously?
4.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is bad.
How do we?
I'm
gonna have to ask Dan. I'm gonna have to ask Dave how we fix that, because, dude, it was pretty bad for me too. Then.
Yeah.
Like, so me and Dan aren't even on the same page. Like we're recording at different. Time is relative to a. Literally, and
we're 9 minutes and 4 seconds in, and Dan's at 8 minutes and 30 seconds in. I don't know how that happens.
This clock up there's like.
Whatever.
I'm glad we did that test. I don't know how we're gonna fix it, but now we know, and now our viewers know that we are like not recording at the same time. It's actually I couldn't believe how bad Dan was behind me, and then now it's the same thing for him. Weird.
Very weird. Now that we know that,
But I will say, for me, you guys are really close. Like, because he was saying 4 right after you said 3, Joe. Dan would say 4 right after you. You guys do the test. You've known Joe longer.
So am I starting it off?
You go first, Joe.
All right. Okay, 1, 2,
3, Is it close?
1,
I don't
2.
know. We got
3?
awkward silence, but that was pretty bad.
Was it really? 1, 2,
3.
That wasn't bad.
4.
7.
Second.
All right. Test is over, folks.
Can we get back to Dan's sex pillow and his Amazon order?
Well, I was trying to look it up, and then we got sidetracked.
I know.
Because I have to show you now, because it's not really a sex pillow.
Why did your brother call it that? Maybe he borrows it. I don't know.
No, because he thinks it's a weird looking pillow.
Okay, I was worried. Like now, I'm concerned why he would call it that. He's like, I'm gonna borrow.
Now I'm curious. I gotta look it up. Sex pillow.
Oh my god! Like,
have you ever resold a sex pillow? I mean, we're a reseller podcast, so
No.
we have to. He's trying. Oh my god! What? It's a
stuff like
You
that?
said it was a triangle-shaped pillow. I don't understand.
No, it's a
wedge sex pillow.
Wedge, like a wedge salad.
It's not a sex pillow though. I don't know what you call it because I'm gonna try to find it.
What does it look like? What is it shaped like? A wedge? I think of like a door wedge, or like a half of a lettuce, or a quarter of a head of lettuce turned into a salad.
Like
I
how
bought
about
a bunch of stupid stuff.
what do you do, Dan? Like if you have somebody over, you just whip out the sex pillow?
I don't keep it on my bed all the time. It's like right now it was I wasn't gonna use it today. I had it. It's over next to it's behind my lazy boy.
Dan might have this life that we're just not, because he has a glory hole in his room. He has a sex.
What's the hole behind your recliner called?
Dan's like,
what'd you say?
What's the hole behind your recliner called?
Yeah, what is that called? It's a glory hole, right? That's what you guys called it.
Okay,
this show's going off the rails quickly, but I love it. It's absolutely hilarious.
I bought a lot of stuff for my feet.
I mean,
what else did? Oh Jesus, you're in the feet now.
Oh look here. Oh yeah.
Did you find it?
No, let me find it, and then I'll change the.
Let's see.
That was a bunch of. If I show what I just looked at, you guys would like be mad at me because it was a bunch of returns. But do you ever see that Amazon where you can I don't know if it's still a thing. It was you buy it with Prime and then you can like try it on and stuff, and then it's like you have like 7 days or something, and then you have to either buy it or ship it back. You know what I'm saying? So like I have a bunch of. I'm looking back at 2018. I bought a bunch of shoes, and I was just walking around my house trying on all these different shoes.
Did you take the dog for a walk in the new shoes in the backyard?
No, this is back in 2018 with my boy Oscar, R.I.P. Oscar. Yeah. He didn't particularly. I wouldn't take Oscar for walks because I used to take him for walks all the time, and I would end up having to carry him home because he didn't want to walk. And then one morning I would make him go. I would make him go to the bathroom here, and then his walk was for his walk, so he'd have to go to the bathroom. So one day I'm outside. He's using the bathroom, and then so there's a parking lot behind me, and no one believes me. There was like coyotes or wolves were playing in the parking lot in the backyard. So like after that I didn't let him leave the yard because I didn't want to get attacked by a wolf or a coyote.
You weren't worried about Oscar getting attacked. You were worried about you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like both of us getting
gotcha.
attacked.
Yeah,
there's already like a beaver or a gopher or something was in there. I was sitting on the deck one day. I was sitting on the deck and I was talking to it was my grandmother's funeral. I come home from her funeral and I had a buddy call me. He was like give me his condolences, and all of a sudden I see Oscar. Oscar like darted across the yard. And I'm like, what is he going? And so he went behind my detached garage, and I go back there, and I have a fenced-in yard. It was a beaver or something.
Beavers have the tail, right?
Like a beaver.
It was huge. Like how big are beavers? Like are beavers like small or huge?
They're big.
I don't think I ever saw a beaver.
There's groundhogs, and then what's the other one? It could be a groundhog,
or a beaver, or a mole.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
But what's a ginormous The thing was
Wolverine? Was it like a badger?
It's a wolf. I don't think it would be a badger. Badger would have killed us.
Well, this is not going to be good. I just search sex pillows. Next thing I'm searching beaver. So I mean, this is
Joe's gonna get his search history. Your search history is gonna be out of control.
I don't know.
So where you
3 to 4 foot a beaver can be?
Yeah, they're huge.
And they're how wide? Yeah, they're. No one believed me ever because the thing was so big, and then I had to get between it and Oscar, and then by the time I got Oscar,
break 'em up?
I took him back inside, and then I went back outside, and the beaver was gone. I have no idea how it got in the yard. It's fenced in yard. I don't know how it got in here, and it was gone just like that. And then I tell people the story, they didn't believe me. And then finally one day, old coworker, she lives in the same town as me. She used to make fun of me so bad about this stupid beaver. And then she was driving home from work, and she saw a dang beaver crossing the road. And she's like, I believe you.
Damn beaver. Then you'll be a dad joke.
Oh, yeah.
There's a damn beaver over here. And then people won't believe you at all because they just think it's a.
So maybe I didn't. Okay, I'll show you kind of what the thing is. But this is the same. Mine's all white.
Oh, here's
but I can't find the pillow. I might not have.
I'm gonna put you on solo layout. For those watching, this is the pillow.
That's what it looks like. Oh, but I can't. I swear, I don't know where else I would have ordered it.
Like a bike ramp turned into a pillow.
Yeah, that's a better explanation for it. I have no idea why it doesn't show up in my solds. My purchases. I don't know where else I would have bought it other than Amazon.
Did you get it as a gift?
Does it have a name for it other than sex pillow?
It's a leg elevation wedge pillow.
Okay.
Memory foam.
That's not as fun. I see why your brother calls it what he calls it now. That's just not fun. Like, can you go get your leg elevation therapy pillow?
Wedge pillow.
Wedge salad pillow.
Mine's all white, and I'm always scared it's gonna get dirty.
Oh.
Yeah, no stains.
Oh Jesus! Bring a black light in there.
Whatever.
Use the one that you use for when you're shopping for glass. Just bring it in.
Whatever.
I want to talk about this. I'm a bad like social media viewer because I don't remember the name of the person, but they were picking at an estate sale, and I kind of want like, what's the craziest thing you ever found? But like, he was at an estate sale and he found a live grenade at the estate sale.
Oh,
like,
I saw that.
Did you see that? Who was it? And he's like, man, I should have been recording a video. And like the cops are there, and like then the bomb squad, I think he said, and like because everybody was nervous because he's holding in his video a live grenade at this estate sale.
He was recording.
He got his phone out and recorded like a short format video.
I just watched it not long, like a couple days ago.
It was on Instagram. I saw it on Instagram. Yeah. Then all of a sudden he's in Lowe's. And he's like, oh, I should have been recording. I knew I should be recording videos, and this would have been a great video to be recording one, like, because in his short one you could see the cops showing up and stuff. Imagine finding a live grenade at a sale. Like, what would you do?
Well, not far from my mother-in-law's in North Carolina, there was an antique shop that sold 2 live grenades. Sold them, and one blew up.
What?
And one, I think, let me look it up. One of them, the guy took it home. Like he was traveling through and stopped and took it home to a different state. They were able to track it back to this antique shop back in North Carolina.
Where did it blow? Like, were they okay? Did it just like blow up in his
I think people got injured.
trunk, or did it blow up at home?
No, I think it happened at home.
Wow.
Did they know it was live?
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was a practice. I have 2 practice ones. I don't know if you can sell them on eBay. There are sold on there, but I don't know if it's like one of those things that you have to just list it, and if it gets through, it gets through or whatever. But they're practice grenades. I've had them for a long time, and but they're hollowed out. You can actually see
they're hollowed out. Or
yeah,
something
they're hollowed out. You know.
Yeah, that would be like. Would you pull the pin? Would you just be like, "Hey guys, look what I found"?
No.
Just pull the pin and put it back in, or what?
How many seconds do you have before it goes off?
Well, you have to pull the pin and then let that lever go, right? You have to flip off that one piece, flips up, and then you. I don't know.
I'm never going into it.
You know what? I'll get one and we'll test it out and we'll let you know, right? We'll find out live. live on the podcast.
Well, I'll find out like 10 seconds after.
It happened in 2020. It happened in 2020. Grenades sold to
that sounds about right.
Unsuspected customer in North Carolina Antique Mall.
The ATF happened to him?
The ATF warns workers in North Carolina Antique Mall thought the hand grenade that they sold over the summer was more than a harmless paperweight.
Did they get in trouble, do you think? Like, they have to get some kind of in trouble, right? You can't sell a live hand grenade. Yeah, I guess they didn't know. I mean, they should have pulled the pin and found out.
So what, I always worry about that stuff. If you sell something and, like, if someone gets you, you buy a pair of shoes and they get it and they're like, I took 2 steps and the thing broke and I broke my ankle. Like, what's my liability for that?
Get yourself an LLC. I don't know exactly, but have an LLC. I know that. I had someone that said that they bought a pair of shoes from me and I guess they were dry rotted, and they said they fell because the bottom blew out when they were running. I usually check stuff really good. I don't know. They didn't ever do anything about it, but they weren't happy.
Did you apologize to them?
Heck no.
I always get nervous with dance go shoes.
Yep. I actually don't even buy them anymore because.
Really?
There's that delay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what it is, because like you guys are kind of freezing on me. Is it neither one of you are freezing on you?
No. You're freezing like not bad, just like slightly.
I'm gonna leave and try to come back.
All right.
Let me see what it does. So you guys go without me.
No,
I don't come back. It was good knowing you guys. See you guys.
See you, Dan. Is this the way it ends?
Thanks for listening, all you listeners out there. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Check out my new podcast. It's called Dan in Demand.
He froze right when he did that.
Now I'm hooked on the story. It was sold at 2773 Ocean Highway near Charlotte, North Carolina, on June 13th of 2020.
Is anybody near there? If you're near there, let us know if you know about this. If you know this antique store, let us know. Like, have you ever been in there? Did you see the live grenades?
That's crazy. I have, like I said, I have the 2. I want to list them. Maybe I'll list them on my second account. See what happens.
Ah, man, yeah, be careful
because there's sold comps on there. There's sold comps all over on eBay for them.
I mean, if it's sold, and like as long as you take good pictures and show that there's nothing, I guess. While Dan's gone, I want to take a second to. He wasn't here last week. I just want to say again, thank you to Tori at Mother Daughter Thrift for filling in for the star of the show last week.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Tori. We had a lot of good feedback in the comments, and again, thank you for filling in. Those are hard shoes to fill in because his feet swell up.
They have to be elevated a few hours before the show.
Before and after. So it's not. He has the what do you call it? What's the plantar fascia? That's like, or his collapsed arch. So yeah, they're not easy shoes to fill. So she did a great job. And again, thank you, Tori.
I don't know if you can see this, but I sold this in 2019.
You've sold a bomb?
Practice bomb in 2019. $275.
You were, and there was no issues on it. Did you sell it on eBay?
No, I sold it on Whatnot. Not Whatnot. Offer Up.
Oh, so that's like a local deal then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Someone came.
You just missed it. Joe sold a bomb.
He sold a bomb.
And practice bomb in 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you do that for?
Oh, it says shipped. I must have shipped it.
You shipped a bomb?
Oh my god!
So I understand it's a practice bomb, and you can show through your picture. But like when it gets goes through this the process of being shipped, like they look at stuff they ship. Like how does that not get flagged? And that's concerning.
Oh, it's 2019. It was a different world back then.
Different world.
I just saw a TikTok where some kid was TSA was going through his bag because he had a toy gun in his backpack, and they were like looking because it looked like a gun.
How about you read the I don't know. They were a few Americans that were in somewhere in the Caribbean or something, and they brought ammunition with them. They were detained for.
They got like 9 years.
Yeah, but they ended up releasing them though.
Did they both get? I know one of them got released. Did they both get released?
I don't know.
There's like 3. So I watch it. I'll get most of my news from TikTok and Inside Edition. And on Inside Edition, there's like 3 of them. Yeah. And they have like an Airbnb they're all hanging out in, waiting to get off the island. Do you know if did they get out? Are they getting released by themselves, or is the government like trading?
I'm sure the government.
Is the government? Are they exchanging them for like a big Caribbean?
Another prisoner?
Yeah, like a Caribbean.
A Caribbean prisoner. A prisoner exchange?
Yeah.
But the story was they were on a cruise, right? They were on a cruise.
I don't know where they were, but why do you
had a one bullet in their luggage or something like that, 1 or 2, just that from a hunting trip previously. Is that the story?
Who takes a suitcase on a hunting trip? Take a suitcase?
Like if you're going to Africa to hunt, I don't know. Like,
but I feel like if you
how did you get it back from you went through TSA?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm making bad points. All right.
No, no. So the Caribbean finds
I can't bring.
They get out. Okay.
I can't bring a bottle of water on a plane. This guy's traveling with ammunition.
Joe can't bring.
But they can leave the country with it, and they're fine. So the America doesn't care. No, I mean I don't know if they do. I'm saying our security sucks, but the Caribbean is fine.
We're giving so much bad information.
Right, they got on the boat, no problem.
Yeah.
Where did this happen? Okay. This might be worse than Inside Edition news here.
What's her name? Deborah Norval? Isn't it like Deborah Norval?
Yeah, but she's always on. Mary's always filling in because Deborah's.
Oh, who's Mary?
Deborah's been doing it. I think it's her name. Deborah's been doing it for 45 years, so she's got a bunch of PTO saved up. So she's on vacation every day.
Do you know that for a fact?
No, she's been on. So when I was a kid, Bill O'Reilly used to do it.
Oh yeah,
Bill O'Reilly.
And then all of a sudden he became some like Joe. I'm sure listens to him like crazy. He's a big he's very politically whatever it is. And then Deborah took over, and then she's been on there since I was probably in like middle school.
Huh?
I'm 43 years old.
40? So she had a lot of sick time saved.
Yeah, she's
got to use it up or it doesn't carry over. It's like she doesn't get rollover hours.
Use it or lose it, right? Isn't that what they say in the business?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I got another reselling topic that we can, because we are a reselling podcast.
Yeah, because we're way off the thing.
Because like there's a lot of people a lot of the drama YouTubers, as I like to call them, are talking about American Express. Have you heard about this?
No, actually, I was gonna say good because I was not really doing much listening to reselling stuff this last week.
The last thing I saw on it was eBay is you can't use American Express on eBay anymore. Like you can't use you can't buy anything on eBay with your American Express card. And the one thing I saw was that the reasoning is because American Express's fees were too high. And this is eBay whose fees are saying someone else's fees are too high.
I know. Well, there's a lot of like places that don't take American Express.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like American Express was always like a place for like, do you take American Express? And what Discover was the other one, right? Discover.
Yeah, Discover.
And no one ever took it. Like it was hard to find a place that did take it.
Then why was their commercial used to be never leave home without it? And then
because then I think was that American Express?
Yeah.
Because then I think they became more, because American Express was the first like charge card I had. I thought it was great because you're like, oh, I can just charge it. I'll charge it, and you have to pay it off.
Yeah, at the end of the month. That was when.
That's what I was going to ask. I never knew that American Express you had to pay every month. Sorry.
Yeah.
They might have switched.
They switched it now. You can have it's American Express like blue card or something like that. But there is a card that you have, because I remember when I was trying to buy a house, and I don't know when it was 20.
You try to buy it on American Express?
No. I had
Joe.
In 2000, I had no credit history. I had no credit history, and I remember trying to get. I never had a new car, never had credit cards, never had anything, and I went to go buy a house, and I had no credit, history. So I remember the loan when I was going through. The loan officer had mentioned to me, he's like, sign up for an American Express card, and I think it was like I had to pay like a fee to get it. I don't know if it was like a year annual fee or something, and I never understood it or whatever. But I would just put like my gas in my car on it and whatever, and you had to pay it off at the end of the month.
Right.
And apparently that boosted your credit score higher. Within the next couple months, I was approved for a mortgage and got it. But I had zero credit history at that time. And I remember I got an American Express card. And then once I got the mortgage, I think I cut the card up because I want to pay an annual fee.
Oh. Dan, did you have American Express ever? I've never had one.
I did.
Oh, you said that earlier.
Yeah.
I never had one. I didn't know how it worked. That's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I just think that's. Do you think it'll affect sales at all? Like, how many people do you think only bought on eBay with their American Express?
I don't think.
Amex?
I don't. I don't think it's gonna. I can't imagine it affecting. I think if someone has an American Express, they have other cards they can.
They have another card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have plenty. They have other cards with triple digit or quadruple digit debt
interest rate. Yeah,
and interest rate. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's gonna affect anything. I mean.
Right. When did they do this?
It's just like last
people
week.
Are making videos about this.
Yeah, so Pure Hustle podcast. I follow them on Instagram. They've been around. They're the OG reseller podcast. I saw it on their Instagram, and then I saw.
Do you think they know who we are?
Probably.
They have no idea.
What are their takes on? What is the videos about?
I haven't watched the video. They just put. They just posted a picture. That was the one I saw where there was like eBay no longer accepts American Express, and they selected their reasoning as because the fees are too high. And
that's the thing. Is that they're laughing? Okay.
Yeah. The irony that eBay with their promoted has a problem with someone else's fees. So I think that's interesting. I mean, I don't understand why they're worried about American Express's fees unless they're getting negative feedback from eBay buyers because of it. I don't know.
I mean, seriously, a lot of
maybe
places...
it's the fees that eBay has to pay. Does eBay have to pay American Express?
There's like probably transaction fees. That's what I was just gonna say.
I was like wrong.
If you go to like I went to a last week or the week before, I did a Whatnot show. It was a foodie Friday, and you sell food from around it could be anything. But I found an international. I didn't find it. Someone told me about an international market where you could go there. So I went to this little marketplace, and when you went up to cash out, if you didn't pay cash, if you were going to pay with a debit card or whatever, they would charge you 50 cents because of transaction fees.
Yeah, they do that a lot around here too.
Some of them have
Macari does it, right? They do that too, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's just
some of the places around here will give you like a cash price, and then if you're using a credit card,
or when they're putting in the tub at my house, the guy, if you're gonna pay with like a credit card, it was like 3% fee. It was a 3% charge to use a card.
Oh yeah, and I just went to an auction. I spent a lot of money on an auction, bought a bunch of toys, and I had to have cash because there was a fee. It was like 4% if I used a card, and I'm like, I'm already spending a lot. Like I'm not using my card and paying a 4% fee off of something that came. I was like $300 some, and they wanted a 4% fee. I was like, no.
So you paid cash?
Yeah, I paid.
So if you have an ATM,
so that's like $500 extra on top of it, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what my math is.
Well, how much did you spend?
He said 300.
300 something, like 340 or something like that.
So we'll say 350. What's 4% of that?
That's
I can't do
$4 every 100. So that's 12 plus maybe $15 ish.
Like $5,000.
Oh wow, you did pretty good. I thought you didn't know math.
I'm not terrible at math, but I didn't have the exact
extra $14. I probably would have just I would have been.
I mean, if I didn't have cash, I would have done it.
Okay,
but I did have the cash.
You would have been like, I'm gonna drive 20 minutes to go to find an ATM.
No,
yeah, but if you go to an ATM that has a zero charge, I go to. There's certain ATMs I will not go to because they charge me. Is that?
I'm the same way, but I have a small bank now here in Ohio, so I end up having to pay that fee more than. So I always make sure I go to my bank before I leave my town and get cash. Kind of have to.
Well, I can go to Wawa. Wawa's free, so I'll travel to a Wawa.
Wawa.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to check this out. I want to give a shout out to one of our favorite viewers. She loves this. Jessica. She watches our podcast every week, and I see her at the bins all the time, right? And she gave me this. She's like, "You want this?" And I thought it was like this cool like weapon from like a sci-fi show or something. I was like, no, it's a hat stretcher, guys. It's a hat stretcher.
It's a what?
So it's a hat stretcher.
So you have to stretch out your
hat jack.
Your size 8.5 hat.
I was just gonna say. So if you buy it, it's perfect for me. Look at this. So if you need to
use it on the hat you got right now.
So
if stretch that hat out.
Let's try it.
If an 8.5 isn't big enough for you,
let's measure. Let's see if it'll go to 8.5.
Send it to Jimmy.
So I thought this was cool. So like, I'm gonna get it because I restore hats, right? I don't know if I need to stretch a hat, but maybe it'll help me like get the creases out of the. Let's see. This goes to. Right now it's at 8. I don't think it's gonna come apart before it goes to 8.5. Let me take it all the way to the limit.
I sold a hat last week. I'll tell Joe about it while you're doing that.
All right.
Jurassic Park.
I sold a Jeff Gordon Jurassic Park hat. I've had it for like a year. I sold it for $60. $60.
What?
Where did you find that? Bin find?
No, actually it was a regular Goodwill store.
All right. I reached the limit. Let's see what it goes to. I can tell you it stretches hats bigger than 8.5.
What hat are you stretching? The one you have on?
No, I'm not stretching the hat. I'm just taking the thing. It goes all the way to 9.5. Look at this.
Oh, so you won't get a headache anymore, Jimmy.
Just put that in a hand. I won't get a headache anymore. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to use it. So I wanted to say thank you to Jessica. She's like, could you use this? Because I know you restore hats. And I was like, sure. I thought it was a sci-fi weapon. And I was all excited. Like maybe it was like something from Star Trek or something, but no. But I don't think Star Trek would use wood. So it doesn't make sense what I thought actually. They didn't use wood for their weapons.
There was no wood in Star Trek. Oh, Star Trek.
It looks like the weapons that the Halo enemies use, honestly. Like if you ever played Halo, they have like those weapons that look like that.
I didn't play Halo.
I told you we talked about last week. My extended video games was Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah, Tomb Raider. Sorry. Well, I forget what the name of the weapons are I don't even remember the names of the bad guys in Halo, but they have weapons that look like that. So that's what I thought it was. And then it's a hat extender that goes to 9.5 inches. So made for the big-headed people. Should I try to stretch a hat that far? Well, I mean, if you have a snapback, you can make a hat that big.
How big's your hat? How big's a head that's 9.5 inches? Like,
I don't know. It's not.
I don't know what mine is. I mean, mine's at 9.5. Is it?
No.
What size?
You never had a fitted hat?
I mean, yeah, but I was. Did your hat? If you gain weight, did your head get bigger?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was in shape when I had a fitted hat.
I know if you grow your hair out.
A kid.
If you grow your hair out, you have to up a size.
Oh, so like, I don't know. Like I buy a large, extra large, like split because I don't buy like the hats like that.
Right.
I don't really wear hats anymore, but I don't buy like the official. Like yours looks like an official, Major League Baseball hat.
I mean, like stretch fit or what? Like
flex fit.
Yeah, like a stretch fit.
There you go.
Yeah, flex,
I wonder how far you can stretch a flex fit with this thing. To get it all. Anyways, that's a cool little tool that I'll let you know if it's useful when I start restoring some hats.
You have hats to restore right now?
I have so many hats. Kind of brings me, like I have a lot of people in my videos telling me, you should buy all the hats. You should buy. I'm like, I'm not buying all those hats. I'm not exaggerating. I probably have 130 hats that I need to clean and restore in this.
So they're projects. Did you buy them? Are you still buying them like that?
Yeah, I just bought hats yesterday. But the problem is like I'm not gonna pay very little. Like I buy hats usually for $1 or $2 at the most. And that's why I'm being picky though. Because like in my videos, like I'm only buying the stuff that I know I'm looking for good condition, picture ready now. Unless it's a super rare like banger hat. Like If it's not
Damn.
picture ready, I don't want it, because if it's a $15 hat and I'm gonna have to clean it and and steam it or reshape it, like I don't want it. I don't even want it.
Why don't you do a show on Whatnot with that?
Because
if you have like
that's a big
nothing,
part of it. My Whatnot sucks.
Yeah, but when was the last time you did a Whatnot show?
But
it's been a while. I did one with the Raid Train, and I tried selling some hats on there, and I didn't sell any.
But just set up your own and do a hat show.
That's a good idea.
Like just
maybe I'll try that.
If you have like 130, like they don't have to be
Sonya
like.
literally just went through them and like I gotta organize these, and so she took a box and put them in there and like put them in there nicely.
If you have like nothing into them, like what, like a quarter or less, or
I probably have I would say on average $1 in each hat.
$1 in each.
Some of them, but like that's another thing. Like some of them are really good hats that just need cleaning. Like they're vintage sports hats that could be $50 hats. They just
I don't
love.
I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but if you went through and you took out like the ones that you really wanted to clean and really wanted to do it, and you took those out, you could either just list them for percentage of eBay or on Whatnot,
right?
And then or just set those aside, like if you whatever it is, 10 hats, 20 hats.
That's a good idea.
I mean, you don't have to just pull the good ones, or but if you're not going to do anything, you might as well you can get money for it right now.
Yeah, true.
I never do. I don't
have enough hats to do a hat show.
Yeah, but I never do. I never do good hats.
And if you did one show of just all hats, you could do. I mean, what you ship them in the?
I put them in an 8x6x4.
But if they bought like a bunch, someone bought a bunch, like that would be so easy just to stack them on top of each other and then throw them in like you could do the flat rate shipping option or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they'd fit right into like a medium flat rate box, and they'd be so easy to ship if you just did a hat show. Like, yeah, I've tried. I've done. I think I'm supposed to be on the Raid Train tomorrow. I'm not sure. I should have texted Paul earlier. He asked me to be on last week, and I hate saying no when someone asks me, but like I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it. I didn't have time. It was just.
I totally get that.
Chaotic around here, so I didn't want to do it.
Construction going on around there,
and I begged him to do if I could do it this week, and he said he usually doesn't do that. But I'll
make it.
Yeah, because I didn't want. I hate saying no. Like if you would have said no, I would have been like, oh, I would have felt so bad saying no. But like I just didn't. I just wasn't. I couldn't get ready. I just said there's too much stuff going on, and but I haven't confirmed if I'm supposed to do. I'm doing a show tomorrow, but I don't know if. But I have like a hat in there. But I do hats. They sell sometimes. They don't sell. Like just because it's a random stuff. Like I'm already looking at the stuff.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Hats are a down market right now. That's another thing that I do know for a fact, and because I've done a lot of.
Sold $60 hat. Sold $60 hat.
You sold a $60 hat?
Yeah, that's
you weren't. Yeah,
he was playing with his toy. The hat toy.
Oh, that's a nice hat. Yeah.
When you were looking your thing up, I thought you looked up. Yeah, it's Jurassic Park. I had this listed for a long time. And some if you're listening on your favorite thing, you can't see what it's a Jeff Gordon Jurassic Park The Ride Universal Studios hat. I had $5.64 into it, and I found it. I remember finding it one day at the at Goodwill, and they had it was something I was mad about. The pricing was something crazy, and then that hat was like $3 or something, and then my average buy cost made it $5.64. But I listed it for $60, and it's probably been. It might be a year, it might have been longer. Finally someone bought it, but I had so many people asking me for like a $30, $25, and I was starting to give up hope. Some other guy on Macari was like, "How's that sound, buddy?" I hate when people like go on Macari. They go on Macari and they give you the reasons why you should just like, oh, you should do this. This is what you should do. I'm gonna cough. Let me see if I can find that. It was just like he's like,
hey, buddy.
It was something. It was really like that. I hate when people do that to me.
It's a weird. While you're looking, hats are a weird market right now because they are selling. This is the season for hats to sell, but the prices are down. Like what they're going for. I did a lot of research on some of the stuff I've sold in the past, and just a general look into how much hats are selling for. And on average, the average price sells down quite a bit, but they're selling for sure. You're not getting what you used to get for a good hat.
I don't sell a bunch of hats.
Hat. Like I have a vintage sports specialty script Washington Redskins hat that could push $100.
Oh, is that the one you got in Virginia?
Yeah, I have it listed for 75, and it hasn't
no bites,
no bites at all. And that hat used to push, into the 90s, close to 100. It could pull that much, and not anymore. So just kind of in general, the prices on them are down a little bit, and that's considered a pretty desirable hat. Now maybe it's not football season, that's part of the reason why, but that made me actually go in and look at I just looked up 3-stripe hats, and I looked at sold, and then I sorted highest price, and they're down for sure. They're still selling, and they still sell for good money, but they're not like crazy good like they used to.
I can't tell you the last hat I saw. I can't tell you the last hat I sold.
I did sell a bucket hat last week too for the Cubs, but it was only like $15. Like I heard that was like probably the most expensive hat I have listed. I mean, it was, but I mean, I know I sold some fancy hats for like $100 for not a ball cap like that though. Like that's the most expensive ball cap I've ever sold.
Oh, really?
And like most of my ball caps are probably $15. They're nothing. They're something easy to find. They're not. Yeah, I guess easy to find, and they're cheap. They don't weigh anything. I find them at the bins.
Yeah,
so they're easy to just get up a listing.
I need to take your advice though, because I need to just move them and not worry. Like you said, I don't have a lot into it. I just need to find a way to sell them fast and get some of that get some money out of them instead of them just sitting.
Like if you have $1 a piece for them, if you're happy, like if you do Whatnot auction, like set it up give it a couple days, and people, if they're looking for hats, they're gonna come. Yeah. And then if you're happy with $3, just start them all at $3. If you think like that, like I mean, you don't have to think like that, but like if you just want it easy, find every hat that you are happy getting $3 for, and just list that in your show. And then I mean, do like if you have enough 30, 40 hats to start off with, and then like just do a show. Like people come if that's what they're looking for, they're gonna come. Like I get the help from like Paul when I do the Ray Train, but the other ones, like they don't have a bunch of people. But when I do a Blu-ray show, people want Blu-ray stuff. They come and people just, I mean, they come.
I'm basing it on a bad decision I made, and it was probably 2 years ago. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a Whatnot, and I'm gonna put some really good hats on there and see if we can get them to bid up, right? And I sold like this really nice starter Dallas Cowboys hat on there, and I started it at 10. And it got one bid, and it sold. And it was like a $60-something hat.
Wait,
and I got
is
$10 for it.
Is this on Whatnot?
Whatnot. And so that like still lingers in my head about hats on Whatnot. Like that was a hard one for me. Like, man, this is.
Yeah, I mean, I can't guarantee it's gonna be great, but
yeah, I know.
I know Keith Vintage Sports Flips. He does a lot of hat stuff on there. I don't know if it's all vintage stuff. And then the listener, Eddie, who listens to the podcast, I bought some stuff from him. I think he does hat. He did. I know I've talked to. I don't know how often he does a hat, but he was doing hats, and he was making piles. People are buying hats. You know, I mean, but if you're happy with like the quick flip of that, that's the part that's hard with Whatnot. If you have $1 into it, if you're happy turning the $1 into $3, because you're probably, I mean, you're not. I say you're gonna get like $50, but so if it's a hat that's worth $50, I wouldn't start at $3 either.
Right.
I mean, it's just you're not. I mean, if it's going great, or
the question
start
is,
at $25.
Getting $10 for a $50 hat, because that's very possible, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's the biggest thing. I mean, I know we talk about Whatnot on here all the time. That's the biggest thing for me is I can list it when I can, and I'm okay when it sells.
Yeah, that's but if you have to clean it and do all that stuff, like I know last year I went to Hat Camp with the Reseller Information Network, and that got me all excited. But then I had a hat, and I was asking. I thought it was a really cool hat. I think I mentioned it on the podcast before to Tim over the years. I sent him. It was a 1999 or 1994 Ireland World Cup hat. It was like it was destroyed. Like it needed a good cleaning. That's why I went to Hat Camp. And then by the time I was like, I don't feel like messing. I don't want to mess with this. So I sent it to Tim to take care of. Like if he wanted, he could have it. And he can. If you're listening, did you ever fix that? But like it's just I wasn't gonna do it. Like I'm not gonna do it. So if you're not gonna clean them, you get $3 for them.
And the
I'm not
thing is,
saying
I do clean them.
start at 5. I mean, I'm just
I
saying.
do it so far apart. Like I'll say, you know what, I'm gonna clean hats today, and I'll pull like 15 hats and I'll clean them. But when you have 100 and something of them, 15 doesn't even really make a dent. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
But I feel like I hit the point. I don't know when that point happened, but like I try not to pick up anything that's a project anymore. Nothing, regardless of what it is. You know, sneakers, hats, getting spots out of clothing. No, I just try not to do it because I know I'm not going to do it. Like I know I'll bring it home. It will sit around. I'll put it in a pile.
the only thing I will is video games. Like if video games, I'll buy for sure that because that's I like to test them all, so I usually spend some time on them. But right now, that's another thing. I have maybe I should just keep them. Like right now, I have a great Nintendo collection. I have a regular Nintendo. I have a Super Nintendo. I have a Nintendo 64. I have a GameCube. I have a Nintendo in the box, complete. Like I've all picked up this season. I haven't gotten to testing or listing any of them.
The systems.
Yeah, I have an Xbox 360. I have a PlayStation. I have 2 PlayStation 3s. I have 3 Wiis. They're all just sitting at my testing table waiting for me to test them.
Well,
when you're gonna test them?
That's a cool collection to have if you have an opportunity to like have them all hooked up at one time. You know, I hate bringing something out, hooking it up, testing. I have that little portable TV. I hook it up to it and all that. And you know what I mean? But if I had a place that was all like, I don't know, like a man cave that had like a PlayStation, you know, all already hooked up, all.
Why don't you add a man cave to the house, Joe?
Yeah, there you go, Joe.
Yeah. I'll put it to the
you could get you a
I mean, I don't think these are great games. I got Super Mario 2.
Oh, Mario 2 is a good game.
And Track and Field 2. Probably not.
Mario 2 does pretty well.
I need to test it. And I have like a Retron. I don't have a Nintendo. I have a Retron. And it's boxed up here. I'm pointing up here. But I have to drag it down, plug it all up, and I didn't feel like doing it. And this has been sitting here for months, months.
I'm gonna tell you what I would do in that scenario. You can decide to do it or not. Cartridge games hardly ever fail. What you do, but you have to clean it with a Q-tip and alcohol. Clean the contacts in there really well.
I should leave it up
till the Q-tip doesn't turn black anymore. And I would say 98% chance that if you sold that, you would never hear from the buyer again.
Plus, they told me I did such a good job.
Or roll the dice.
What is this good for? Is this good?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, Pat Sajak just returned.
I know, that's why I was like, I should list it because it's not really worth anything. And I have a shelf up here, so one of my shelves up here was supposed to be dedicated to my stuff I'm working on this week, and this has been up here probably for 4 years because it was
4 years you've been staring at Vanna White
because it's not really worth that much. So, but I was like, oh, maybe this is the time to sell it when he's. I was gonna put it on my what?
Yeah, it's in the news. I mean,
but I gotta test it. I need to test it. So I'll probably.
I said I like to test all my games. I actually sometimes I'll sit there and play them for a while. But a cartridge game, if you clean it good, I'm telling you'll be fine. Like because when I test them, they always work. It's usually the console that doesn't work.
Well, how much is that game worth? How much is that game?
What, the Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
I'm gonna list it on Whatnot Show for like $1, probably $2.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Oh, you're talking about Whatnot. Right.
But Mario 2 is a decent. That's one of the more like for the regular Nintendo and the
Mario 2 is like my favorite Mario.
That's a fun game, and it does pretty well. I think you get over $20 for that.
So I need to list it. I need to list it. I should have done it the other day because that's what I've been. The projects I had some stuff that my brother gave me last year to list. And I there were some shoes and they're all boxed up and I went to go I was like, I'll list them this weekend because I haven't really sourced. I went sourcing on Friday. Barely. The lady, I went to the bins and the lady at the bins was like, that's all you're getting. I had like half a cart full of stuff. I had like 5 or 6 pairs of shoes and then like some Squishmallows that I bought for my Whatnot show. And I came home, I washed the Squishmallows and then I cleaned the shoes. I listed the shoes. I sold 2 pairs of the shoes this weekend already. Nice. So I was pumped up about that, but I was like, I just wanted to get out of the house a little bit today. I had stuff at home. So then Saturday, Was it raining here? I don't remember what I was organizing on the garage because my garage is like a mess. So I was organizing stuff out there, and I'm like, let me just list these shoes today because I have so many. I've like they're nothing great, but they were free. So I'm like, I'll list them today. Every one of them are dry rotted. Every one of them.
No.
Every one of them.
Well,
So I was like,
yeah.
so I was like scrounging around trying to find stuff to list on Saturday because I was like, this is what I was gonna do today. And then by the time I got to it, I was organizing. By the time I got to it, I'm like, I think that's when it started raining. I think there's rain.
Every time someone says the shoes were dry rotted, I think of that. Wasn't it Dave, ADH Dave, that bought some shoes that were like really expensive shoes, and he paid up for them. They were worth a lot of money. He got them home and he like ran his finger through the bottom of those they're like Jordans or something like that, and his finger just like goes into the bottom of the shoe and like it just shreds right there. And I think he paid up for them,
Really?
and then and
Was
because
this
he thought they were
recently or
$300. Like let's say I think he might have paid 80 to 100, and he thought because he thought they were $300 shoes, and then when he got them home and went to list them, they just dry rotted. The whole bottom was just destroyed. Every time they were like really good Jordans with like a design on the bottom, and I just see his finger going right through that, like, and it's just like as he's dragging his finger across it, the graphic is just like shredding. It's the worst.
You're making me nervous because I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should go and see shoes that are out in the garage because I ended up keeping my shoes. A lot of my shoes I try to keep them in here because last year, or the year before, I went to go sell. I sold a pair of shoes. And I went to go get them out of outside, and they had mold on them from sitting stored out in the garage. Like I had them in a bag and everything. Yeah. And I think
they might not have been dry, right?
So that's why now, like, I wash my shoes, I let them stay outside all day and dry. I take the pictures, and then I sit inside here, and then like a day or two, then I bag them up and I take them out. I take them out there. So I'm always a freak about it, but now I'm like worried, like all my shoes are they dry? If they've been out there for a long time, are they dry rotted? Because I have some shoes they've probably been out in the garage for like 2 or 3 years now.
Oh yeah, that's actually I never even thought about that because they can get ruined while you're storing them, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
That's I didn't even think about that. I know I had some shirts that I stored for a long time, and they were hanging up, and so like the shoulders got stains on them because I had them so long.
Wow.
I had to like wash them and try to get this like the stains out of the shoulder. I worry about that like my active inventory too.
I wish, that's why everything I put out there, like all my clothes, I put them in a bag. But like, I don't know if that. I mean, I wish I wish I had a better spot to hold stuff.
Mine are just on hangers on a rack back there. Like I don't.
But I try to keep most of my shoes in here now for that reason. But I've also been sourcing. I don't go to the regular. I go to the regular thrift store. I've been going to Salvation Army like every other week, but I haven't really. I did like a month of. What month was that? Probably April. I didn't go to Goodwill at all, and then I've only been to one sale. I skipped the last time they did a sale. I've been focusing a lot on the bins and then Salvation Army, but at the bins I mostly pick up shoes. So like my shoe inventory is just like getting bigger. Is like
But I like shoes. Like I've said it 100 times. Shoes sell better than clothes. I feel like they're fat. They move faster than clothes. For me, that's always I've always felt that way.
Like they're both the buy cost on shoes are way cheaper because I get them. I do buy them at the regular store too, but most part at the bins, and then most shoes are going to sell for at least $20. Like I get sucked into buying T-shirts or something or a shirt that might be $13, $14, $15 all the time at the regular for a shirt, but I'm also not buying that at the bins. I'm paying $5 for it. If I'm lucky at the thrift store, so the ROI is better on the shoes.
If you're listening and you're thinking about going into shoes, it's still a matter of you got to learn the brands. Like not all shoes. You got to learn the brands. Just like clothes, you got to learn the brands, and you got that. But Dan's making great. Like you got to learn how to check for condition stuff because condition is huge on shoes, and like there can be things that you don't see with the naked eye that's wrong with them. So learn the things to look for on condition and learn the brand.
But then you have to try stuff too because like people you don't know what they want them for. I don't understand why some people want these shoes. Like they'll be tore up. I'm sitting because I'm messing with. I'm just gonna list these today. I have like a pair of Hokas, And like, I wouldn't really want these, but at the last minute I saw they had some tears in the heel. But these are gonna be easy. Someone's gonna buy. I've sold them way worse than that.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, but I got them at the bins. Like they don't. I mean, they're gonna be like around $3. Like it's too cheap not to get. It's not the. Look at the tread on these things. I don't know how well you can.
Yeah, you can.
The tread on these
put
are
those on
amazing.
and run them.
Especially for Hokas, they're good. You know what I mean? Because they're the first to. I mean, that's the first to go is the tread on the bottom.
These are Bondi 8s. Because like Hokas are crazy. Hoka. See, the hard part about looking at understanding shoes is when I'm at the bins is like I'm like, okay, they're so cheap out. They're so cheap, and then I'm like, I try not to pick them up all. I try not to pick up all. There's a spider walking across my.
Eyes
walking across my computer.
Uh-oh. Dan might be gone. He's literally like these eyeballs. Is it looking back at you?
It's like so small. Oh, silent but deadly.
You got something to squish it with?
Well, I don't know if our listeners are going to be mad if I kill a spider or not. It just walked across. It just walked across the devil's number 6. It's coming straight towards me.
Are you getting like that feeling where you feel like it's crawling on you?
I'm not really scared of spiders.
What's on the back of your shirt right there, Dan?
Shut up. I'm not really scared of spiders, but it just kind of creeped me out because it came. Now I feel like there's a spider walking on my leg now too.
One time, I have my Dymo, right? And if you've seen a Dymo, it's like dome shaped.
Oh, yeah.
I had just printed the label and I tore it off, and a spider just came up the back of my Dymo and came right across. That one freaked me out because I was like, "Whoa!" You sound like you got to do that sound like Clark Griswold on a Christmas Vacation.
Where's he going? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to kill him.
When he sees the storm, he goes.
He walked away when I picked up.
You're gonna kill him with Joker.
Kill him with Joker.
Oh, he's gonna go. Go, just go. I don't
just
know.
Go. Just
you think it's a brown recluse?
It's very possible, Dan. It's very possible. Like they're smaller. They're smaller.
Are they?
Yeah.
Where's he going? Get out of here, man.
Are we really sitting here talking to a spider? Kill the thing.
I don't want to smash him on my computer. All right. Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God! I can't believe you did it. I cannot believe you just did that.
No, I didn't. I pushed him through the thing.
Darn.
He's probably in my computer now. That's probably why my thing's been off. He's probably been in there. He's probably gonna. Oh my! He's gonna kill me. Okay. Well, I don't remember what I was talking about. I did find this at the bins. It's a Nerf dart.
Oh, what is
dart
that?
tag?
I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's worth like I think $10 or $15, but I think it's broke because I couldn't get I can't unscrew the screws in the back are stripped.
Tag, how come I've never heard of the Nerf dart tag?
It didn't weigh anything because I bought this like little ammunition. It holds ammunition for Nerf, and it was just that thing, and I found it at that's the thing with the bins. This weighed 7 ounces, so this is like nothing. It doesn't weigh anything, but I can't get it to work.
So what do you do with it? Like, how do you play dart tag?
I don't know. It's got an on-off button, but I can't get the.
It's got like a hook on it.
Did you put batteries in it?
The batteries are the back on the screws are stripped. I couldn't get these out, and then I set it down there. But like I'm trying to organize. That's what I was saying before. I haven't really been. I'm gonna go out. I'd planned on going out today to the bins, and then we're gonna do the podcast instead today. So then I'm gonna go out tomorrow to the bins, and then Wednesday it's Doggy Daddy Day with me and Dodger all day. My mom's going to Shipshawana, so Dodger and I are gonna hang out. So I like tomorrow's the day I gotta go get some stuff, and I'm supposed to. Well, I think I'm doing that Whatnot show, but I can't walk in here at all. I mean, so that's what I was like. What did I list this weekend? I was listing puzzles on Saturday. I was putting together puzzles and listing puzzles.
You put them together, huh?
They're like little I got them from a friend. They're like the vintage. They're only 100-piece puzzles, which it takes me about an hour to do a 100-piece puzzle, which seems like
is that good? Is that
long
good?
Time.
No,
that feels like a long time to do the puzzle. But I was kind of just relaxing, and it kind of gets. I told you before when we first started, I bought some puzzles off Poshmark, and I gave that lady a good review, and she told me some. I think the spider's crawling up my leg. I don't know.
Just sit there. It won't bite you. It won't bite you. I
God.
promise.
I don't know. I just feel like it's.
Where's it gonna go when it gets all the way up your leg?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to get past those because we're almost to the end, so your feet are really swollen. Like,
yeah, they are swollen. I have no socks on. I have shorts on.
No pants. No.
I do have pants. I have shorts on. I have shorts.
Going commando.
I have a new Henley. You like my new shirt?
Yeah, looks good.
I bought those other shirts. I didn't like them, so I switched. I always wear a Henley, so I bought a new Henley.
Did you return them or just put them in a pile?
Oh no, they have them in a pile, folded up on my shelf. I put them on my cell shelf. I'll probably end up wearing them. I just don't, because I liked them at first, and then I washed them, wore them a few times, and I was like, I don't know.
They didn't feel the same.
I like that. I don't know. It didn't have the right feel to them. They got to feel good.
Are you going to fill us in on your bathroom situation? How we doing with that?
Yeah, we might have told a story that your bathroom is going to be all glass. We might have mentioned that.
Oh, I know. I listened last week. It's not all glass.
Just from the waist down.
It's actually weird because we had a window. I talked about it the last time I was on. We had a window, and then the window's gone now, so it's like creepy dark in there now.
Oh, that is weird.
It's so much darker than I've lived in this house for like almost 21 years, and it's always been like now I know where I'm gonna go if there's like a what do you call it? Tornado.
Oh,
I was always scared to go in the bathtub. I was always scared to go in the bathtub because there was a window right there.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So
you gotta paint the room like a really light color because if it's dark, my
mom's painting it right now.
She's painting it right. Do you know what color? Any idea?
It's the same color that my brother painted it back in.
Okay.
My brother did. My brother was he was when we were furloughed from work during the COVID era. He decided to pick up paint projects around the house, so he repainted all the rooms in the house.
Yeah,
and the bathroom color for some reason. Oh god, I don't know if I should tell you because I really love my TV. You might take it away.
He might take the TV back. He watches them. The brother watches this.
He doesn't. I don't think he watches. No, he doesn't watch. He painted it because he painted it red. Why is that funny, Joe? It's red. It's red.
Like bright, like this red right here.
Like what color red? Like fire engine red?
Like
or like subscriber button red back there?
Let me see if I can find I don't know if I have a picture.
You have a picture of the bathroom walls?
I wasn't expecting red. I was expecting like a feminine color, like pink.
Your mom's in there painting the bathroom red right now.
No, so
lavender. Not red.
I don't like. I painted it gray when I painted it.
Okay,
that's interesting. Like
so. How many times have you painted this bathroom?
Right?
So when we first, my stepdad bought this house, and then it was a foreclosed on house. So then it was in pretty bad shape. So he like gutted it out and stuff, and then when he painted, he just painted everything just like off white. Everything was off white, and it was like that for years. And then my brother that lives with me now, we both moved in, and he moved out, and then I was living here, and then my younger brother moved in with me, and then eventually we had another roommate, and then my younger brother moved out, and then I was me and a roommate, and I was like, I want to paint the house. Like I wanted to paint the house, so I started painting, and I did a really bad job. But I painted the bathroom gray, and then like the
did the landlord approve the painting?
Yeah, well, she didn't approve my painting. That's why she's painting the bathroom today. My mother's my landlord now, but like it got to be bad. I tried. Painting is crazy. Do you paint? Painting is the worst.
It's awful.
That's what my dad did for a living for a while. Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't do it. Like the outside of this door, like I painted the hallway, and I can't control the roller. I painted all the way all over the trim right across the door. And my brother's across on his trim it's like blue from me painting. So I painted what I could. Like so it got to be I painted half of the kitchen, and I was so scared to paint the cabinet around the cabinets. I just left it. And we had half the kitchen was painted for years. like
You
years.
gotta go
Because I was like, I would do it. I would do it.
Brush. You gotta hit the brush right along the edge. You can't use
The worst. So during like COVID, my brother repainted the kitchen and he repainted the bathroom, but it was like a gray color. And then he's like, I want to do something different. I don't know why.
Well,
he picked
I have some thoughts. I think we might be on this. We might be finding some more stuff out,
Oh,
Joe.
really?
We talked
Okay,
about.
so this is a
stuff in
picture. This is a picture of it's with the bathtub ripped out, but you can kind of see the color. This is I don't have many pictures.
Yeah, that's
That's red.
That's
no,
right.
so they pulled out that bathtub and they're putting in the heart-shaped hot tub.
That's what you're. The sex tub.
The sex pillow.
In the sex tub. Oh, it's gonna have jets in there.
No, this was from last week before they put in the new one. So the other one had there was a window there. So then my stepdad had to put up like what is it, drywall or sheetrock, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
he told me I was.
You have to use that waterproof stuff, and it has to be all.
So then he had to put all that stuff in there, and then he had to put in some kind of boards because now there's like a what do you put? It's like around the tub.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called because I'm not a home improvement guy. It's like a plastic thing that goes around the tub, like.
Yeah, tubs.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're listening, I'm so sorry. If you're listening, but he put that up, and then so he was painting around that, and so now there's like it's part red or whatever. So they just want he goes back to the Menards. I can't even talk because it's so embarrassing. He goes back to Menards and goes with the paint to get more paint so he can fix it. And the Menards guys are making fun of my stepdad. He's like, "There's really red in the kitchen bathroom," and he's like, "Yeah, it's not me. It's not my stuff." He's like, "It's my dummy stepsons. My dummy stepsons." He didn't say dummy though.
He was
thinking that. He was definitely thinking.
No,
that.
He said something worse. I'm sure.
Oh, what did it begin with?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh.
But he said he was telling me they're laughing. I'm like, oh God.
My gosh, that's so.
And they don't want to do.
Well, that is an unusual color. I mean, but I get when we moved here, I had to paint all the rooms in the house. I'm still not done them or whatever. But I would watch these YouTube videos of painters, and they make it look so easy, so easy.
I know.
Until I get the brush or whatever, that I'm hitting the ceiling, that I'm. Then I tape everything off. That takes hours to tape.
Masking.
Yeah,
you gotta mask everything off.
But I just want to paint everything one color, get a sprayer, move everything out of the room, and just spray the entire room.
That's what. Oh, so that goes back. When ADH Dave, when he did his whole garage last year, the year before, and so he takes out all his inventory, took his shipping container, and then spray painted his whole air or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
sprayed
Wagner spray.
Yeah, he did it all in a day too. I'm like, what the heck? Crazy. Right. I mean,
but that's what I want to do. Just one color throughout the house, and paint it. That's what they used to do. I owned a duplex at one time where I had college students in it, and every year they would move everything out, get everything out, and then have a painter come in, and they would, like you said, hang plastic all over the cabinets, all over the windows or whatever, and they would just spray the entire thing off.
I have to paint my master bedroom. I've kind of joked about this with Sonia for a while. We've been here a year, we haven't painted it yet. I call the color Caucasian flesh tone. That's what I call the color.
Oh, that's what it's painted right now?
It looks like a Caucasian flesh tone. I'm like, who picked this color? It looks like my skin color.
Oh, you should have painted it before you moved all your stuff in.
I know, but we were actually we just moved cross country. We actually bought this house without physically seeing it. It was all.
I remember you saying that before. Just you could have put your bed because now I would like to have my bedroom repainted or something.
Yeah,
but then I gotta fix the hole in the wall.
You don't want to take that hole away.
Ugh.
No, you gotta leave it. You could put decor around. You could put. There's things you could do with that.
But then I gotta move everything and
because
that's how. I ended up painting my mom painted my room for me because she saw the job I did in the hallway.
You might
I
want to
painted
go
the-
with the human flesh tone for your room.
No, I have a green.
With
It's
the hole in
green.
there.
It's
Oh,
a,
it's
I like it. It's a nice green color.
My plan was when we moved here was I needed the money from the old house was to rent it back to the new owners, and and then I would move, make settlement on this house, and then I could come in here and paint, 2-3 weeks and paint the entire house, get the rugs out, whatever we wanted to do in that time frame before we had anything in here, and just move in, 3 weeks later. And originally when we sold the house, that's what the plan was, and then it changed because the buyers of my house had to get out of their house earlier than what they told me in the beginning. So Riley's room's not painted and the master bedroom's not painted yet. So, and my master,
we have to change our name to the remodelers leftovers.
Yeah. And my bedroom right now is pink. So
what?
It's pink. You're laughing at my red bathroom?
Well, mine's pink.
Your master bedroom's pink?
Yeah.
Like a light pink or bright pink? It's light.
Light pink.
Pastel.
It's not like Barbie pink. It's a light pink.
I think it is.
Like Easter pink?
Yeah. What do they call it? Like pastel color? Yeah. It's like
pastel Easter
What's
pink.
pastel?
It's like Easter colors.
Really
like light blue, light yellow.
Like the Easter little candies that you get. They're all those little pastel colors.
I need some candy right now.
So Dan, I don't know, guys, everything's up and running. Bathroom's fully functional. You don't have to use the outhouse anymore. You don't have to use the garage and.
No, I did feel what it would be like if I'm not very successful reseller, but if I hit rock bottom, it's gonna be that I was doing it that week. I was surrounded by my inventory.
Yeah, go with number 1 or 2. I'm asking for a friend. I'm just asking. I'm asking for our listeners.
Going number 1.
Going number 1.
In a bucket.
Oh my gosh, we have hit rock bottom here on the Reseller Leftovers podcast. We'll see next week. Next week we're going to come up with how to paint your kitchen cabinets.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that sounds fun.